Next up, we got Bill Burr giving advice for those who may have an alcohol problem. For those that don't know, Bill Burr used to have an issue, his own issue, personal issue with drinking alcohol and being an alcoholic. So he's gonna give his own perspective, and then I'll give the scientific backed evidence and approach to ensure that you don't relapse to alcohol or any substance or drug or activity that you may be addicted to. Alright, bro, let's get into it.
Gotta be so good that they can't ignore you, especially the ones that ain't done shit for you. Yeah, you know exactly what I mean. They stab you in the back and then they ask why you're bleeding. I don't trust words, I trust action.
Welcome back to the channel. What's good? Wagwan, what's good with you? How are you doing? You blessed? Good morning, good evening, good night, whenever or wherever you're watching this video. This channel is all about providing you with a daily dose of edutainment. My goal is to make you laugh, brighten up your day, but also make sure you leave this channel with insights and knowledge that you can apply to your own personal life. That's my promise to you as to why you should subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you for continuing to watch the videos I put out. I don't take your time for granted at all. There's literally thousands of other videos you could be watching, but you're here right now, so I appreciate you.
You know what? I think we're gonna be friends.
Special friends.
And when I'm with friends, I like to have fun.
So no long talk, let's get right into it. We got Bill Burr on his podcast, the Bill Burr Morning Podcast, speaking about somebody, email subscriber, emailed in asking for advice on his own alcohol problem. And here's Bill Burr's take. I'll leave my 2 cents towards the end of the video, and let's cut straight to it, shall we?
Problem. Hey, Bill, I love the podcast. Anyways, I am 25-year-old male, and I'm starting to come to terms with the fact I have an alcohol problem. I drink 6 days a week and black out at least once a week. All right, well,
6.
the only saving grace you have is you're 25, so you might just be a little immature. I don't know if you're an actual alcoholic, but let me read the rest of this. It says, I drink 6 days a week, blank out at least once. The nights I get really drunk, I really regret doing it and regret my actions. Nothing serious, just phone or text conversations I have with people. I've considered going to AA, but never have gone through with it. I finally quit smoking 2 months ago, and am worried if I try to quit drinking now, I will start going crazy. I know you have always mentioned you are stupid, but I honestly agree with most of the advice you give out. Well, thank you. He said, my question is, do you think I should try and quit cold turkey, or are there any other options I can take? One of my concerns with quitting completely is that most of my friends drink and go out on weekends, and I don't want to risk losing all of my social life and seeing me friends. You got all Irish there. And seeing me friends. Appreciate the advice. All right, dude. All I can do is just tell you what has worked for me when I'm not drinking. And the first 2-3 days are brutal. Because all you've gone is 2-3 days, and there's definitely that feeling of, well, if I drink now, I can start over again. I'm just trying to make up 3 days. But if you can get through the first 2-3 days, once you get to the 4th day, it's like, all right, I got a nice little streak going here. Like, I'm up to 6 days right now. And one of the hardest things to do is when you go out socially with people. But I found that all I have to do, because I don't know how, dude, if you're a full-on alcoholic and you have the disease, it might be harder for you. And you really should probably, I would say, talk to a recovered alcoholic. But if you're like me, all it takes is going out to the bar that first time when everybody's drinking, and you just order I try to stay away from soda and club soda, because then, I mean, that shit's not good for you either. And I usually just order the cranberry juice and deal with the departed. Well, what are you on your period? Jokes that everybody does. I usually just go, I don't even do cranberry and soda. I just do cranberry juice straight up with a lime. And I just sort of nurse that. And then I just kind of drink waters, and you're actually, you just got to do that one night, and then you've kind of set up a new social experience that you're comfortable with, and you can still go out. And I got to tell you, you get a distinct advantage when you're sober and everybody else is basically getting fucked up, because they're kind of... First of all, it's really entertaining to watch people just sort of roofie themselves. And you get, through watching their behavior, you get to see all the dumb things that you've done. So you get to, without judging your friends, you just sort of get to be like, wow, I was doing that. And especially with alcohol, I always say judgment's the first thing to go. And I don't know, I think you also have a better chance of meeting a really nice woman if you're the sober one, because you're going to come off as responsible. And also, if your friends are also hitting on her and they're all sloppy drunk, you're going to look even better yourself. So I would, if you're not feeling AA, which I understand, just try... what it is, I don't know. I have to replace the activity. Like, this week I decided, that I was going to stop drinking. So then what I did was I dove into playing drums. And I'm doing that Mike Johnston 10 Days to Faster Hands workout. So I just sort of replace, like at night. I just sort of like, okay, I'll go downstairs and I'll do the practice pad thing. And, I started working out. You know what it is, dude? You got to replace the time that you're drinking and doing dumb shit with shit that's also fun, but you're sober doing it. Because for me, it's like if I just don't drink and I'm just sitting around doing nothing, that's going to make me want to drink, because it's just like, well, I usually go out and drink and have fun right now. But if I'm actually doing something else... Facts. Like went out and I saw a movie last night. You fill up the time. Dude, learn how to cook. There's all kinds of... You learn a fucking second language. There's all kinds of things, dude, that, like, basically, you're in your 20s right now, and, you're trying to appeal to the opposite sex here. So, if you can add some shit to your game, you're going to move up in the draft. You're going to get a better woman here. If you're fucking bilingual, what woman doesn't like that? If you're sober and responsible, she's going to like that. Who knows? You learn to play a couple of songs on a flamenco guitar, you take her out on a fucking rowboat, you're in there. Bunch of great... Nothing bad comes from becoming sober, other than you are bored shitless, but your head gets smaller because you drop all that booze weight. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. You definitely won't regret it. But like I said, if you got the disease and that thing, you're going to need more professional help, and I would actually seek out a fellow alcoholic. And then I would use AA and all of that shit. I don't know. I'm just a control freak, and I don't like people telling me what to do, so I would have to use it in a way that worked for me. I'm not going to be standing down there smoking cigarettes, eating donuts, talking to those people with their yellow fingers and shit. Like, I couldn't do it that way. I got buddies of mine, they go, every once in a while, they'll go to a meeting, like the way I go to church every once in a while, fucking once a year they'll do it. But whatever works for you. Nothing bad ever comes from cleaning up your act. So, I hope that helps you. All right? Okay.
He said, I got friends that go to AA the way I go to church once in a while. Nah, so like, besides like the social aspects of benefits of drinking, you also get, the added bonuses of like your health being a lot better and just more in tune, right? And if you have issues with your skin and you want it to be more clear and less acne, alcohol does not help it in any way. I'll tell you that much, right? It doesn't help the chances of you getting clearer skin, getting rid of the pigmentation, the black marks, stuff like that. If you have issues with your skin, it's probably one of the leading causes of you struggling to get clearer skin. So one of the things that is definitely important, I would say, is moderation, by which you are actually taking a substance, right? Like I said, I have a full mini course, full mini series that goes into a lot more in-depth detail on the science behind why you become addicted. And understanding the science behind it was one of the key factors in better managing your relationship with it, right? If you don't understand why you're addicted or how you became addicted, it's very hard to like actually cut through of it, because you don't really understand yourself, right? understanding yourself is the key to actually living a better life, or living addiction free, right? So, but what I
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
What I will say is moderation and ensuring that you don't put yourself in a situation, especially early on, the first like 2-3 months or so, where it's easy to relapse, right? For a period of time, you will have to don't go with your friends. Don't go around with your friends who are alcoholics or who drink a lot, right? Replace that activity. Don't just do nothing. Don't just stay home. But replace that activity that you would have done with something else, like going to your local recreational league and playing basketball, or going swimming, or learning how to play guitar. But it's important to not just do nothing, but to replace the activity that you were doing before with something completely different on a daily basis. And I will say, a little way to moderate your intake is to give yourself, like, if you were drinking, let's say, the 6 days, right? Tell yourself, okay, I won't drink 6 days, but I'll drink 5 days this week. And let's say you were drinking maybe 2 or 3 times in a day. Say, okay, I won't drink 2 or 3 times, I'll drink 1 or 2 times. And you try that out for a week or so. Then you gradually, moderately take your intake slower and slower. And that will help limit the chances of withdrawal and all the nasty things that come with withdrawal, right? So that's pretty much it. But there's a lot more information in my mini email series that you will definitely want to get your hands on. Alright, I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I'm grateful, I'm thankful. And always remember, my motto is, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. What you're watching, what you're listening, what you're eating, because our diet is more than just what we eat. It's everything that we consume. I appreciate you. Alright, fam. Deuces.
That's why you bleed. I don't trust words.